Hey, what's up guys, Nick's here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you every gun in Valorant and what I compare them to from CSGO, because that's probably this game's closest comparison, because they're more or less unique. So let's get into this. So starting off, this is the classic pistol, the starting pistol, the one you don't pay for. This, I'd probably say this is like a Glock. Maybe even it's probably what a Glock would be, but it feels a lot like a P250 and a mix of a Glock. Like, it's consistent, but there is recoil after you fire a good amount. Feels nice, though. I don't think it does a lot of damage, but it's good. I'm not really compensating for recoil or anything in there, because there's not a whole lot. Like, that's me not doing anything. So, I'll see the next weapon. So the next thing is the shorty. The next thing in the sidearms list. It is what it sounds like. It's a little shotgun. Look at the crosshair. I need to work on that one. So it comes with 2 bullets. That took a lot to break that, but it's because it has a very wide spread. I think this... Oh, I don't know what to compare those to. I'd say the Nova, but I don't think there's really a direct comparison that I could use for this. But I think if it was at like this range, person would be gone. 1-2 shots, headshot, because it feels like it packs a punch. But yet again, it's too hard to say. Check out the next thing. The next one in the sidearm category is the Frenzy. Ooh, I like the feeling of this. This is my first time trying some of them too. Check out twitch.tv/NicksBold if you want to see me playing some Valorant, and subscribe to the channel. I'll be making more content on it. So, I think it's pretty obvious what this would be. Like, this is the CZ. It does feel like it. The CZ does not have as much recoil, though. Maybe, like, without me, like, trying to stop the recoil, it has a point where it jolts within like halfway through it, and it like jumps up a bit, so you're gonna have to try with that one. The next one is the Ghost. Oh, that feels just like the USPS from CS. Maybe a little more bullet spread, I don't know, but it feels very similar. And I mean, when I say similar, these are just as best as I could compare them, because of course it's a totally different game and it does feel different. Just the similarity would be the feeling like tap, tap, tap. Like, I definitely could relate this to that. So the last one on the list. Oh wow, this is, it shoots and it feels like a deagle. It don't look like a deagle though. This is not like a revolver in another game. It kicks kind of like a revolver, but like aiming and shooting this, it feels like I'm shooting a high action deagle. It feels like I'm popping out with the deagle. Like, you're gonna see some nuts plays with this for sure. That's a guarantee. So the next category is the SMGs. So what I've heard is the Stinger's not very good. No comparison. Zero comparison for CS. Shoots way too quick. I'm tapping it, and it's shooting like 6 bullets. I don't have a comparison for that, but I don't know how to feel about this one. Feels kind of good, though. It's kind of cool. So the next one on the list is the Spectre, which is what everyone is using for an SMG. MP5 from CS, the MP5 SD or whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it definitely feels like that. Like, seems accurate. Seems like there's a little more recoil, but it's very easy to control. Like, very easy to control. And it sounds nice and feels nice, so that's there. I'll be using this one for sure. No doubt in my mind. Next on the list is shotguns. Holy. So the alternate fire on this, unlike the other ones, don't really have them. The alternate fire on this one is when you press with right click, it's... Oh, I guess it's a slug. So I guess it's just tighter radius for when you're shooting farther away. So if you're shooting farther away, you use right click. If you're shooting close, left click. This feels like the Nova. Yeah, this feels way more like the Nova. There isn't really a comparison for the other one, I guess. So yeah, I can't see me using a shotgun in this game, but if I had to, it doesn't feel bad. This is the Judge. Quick action. Feels like a bulky version of the XM. That's probably the only comparison that I could go with. Pretty widespread for not that far, so you're going to want to be close, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It feels cool. So now we'll hit into the rifles. So I believe this is a burst. Yes, this is a burst. Well, I guess it's not a burst. When you ADS, it becomes a burst. This would probably be like the Galil or the FAMAS. It's like the lower tier AR. I can see it being good though. That burst is quick. I couldn't even tell if that was a burst if I was clicking fire. Like, that's a quick gun. The next one will be the Guardian. This is the one-tap machine. Tap. It's a semi-auto. 2 hit to the body, 1 hit to the head. All those nasty one-shot, like, flick people, I don't know what to call them, masters, I guess, they'll be using this one because it's just those one-tap fires. It's got, like, no recoil at all. Of course, that's a semi, but even when I go crazy, there's not a lot of recoil, so I'll be happy to see what people can pull off with this monster of a gun. I don't think I'll be very good with it, though. I don't think I'm good with this sort of thing. Next on the list would be the Phantom, which I've heard is compared to the M4A1S. Not a lot of recoil. If you burst it, there's like no recoil at all. Suppress, yeah. Feels pretty accurate. It's really easy to control. Spray pattern, borderline goes in circles. So, I mean, it feels good. The next one is the Phantom, commonly said is like the AK. It feels kind of bulky. That could just be me, but I believe this is good. I think it does quite a bit of damage. Let's see what that spray pattern it has. So the first shot, I believe it's the first 2 or 3 shots are accurate. So it's not bad. Like, if you hit your headshots, those first couple shots are going to be what you need. So, next on the list is the snipers. This is the Marshall, which would be like a scout. 1 hit to the head, 2 hits to the body. Really quick. Oh, I want to see someone do that in the game. It feels really good. It's like dumb quick. This is me like quick scoping it. Give me a target, boy. Oh, I'm excited to use this, to be honest. Like, the operator is going to be bulky. This is like, boom. Seems pretty accurate. This one has very high, like, this is me no scoping completely. It's very accurate. Someone's gonna hit for like a headshot only ace. I'm ready for that. That's the Marshall. So next is the operator, the op. Not very accurate no scope. Scopes him pretty quick. Takes a little while to reload, but it's gonna be a 1 hit everywhere. It's a bulky sniper like it would be in any other game. It does feel good. Okay, we're going to move on to the last 2 guns. Here we go. So, these are the LMGs. I'm going to show you something. The longer you spray, the crazier fire rate. The fire rate goes up. So that's what it does for that. It does ADS. And it does make it a little more accurate, but it's just chunky. This would be like the one that's not the Negev. It feels really light though. Like for an LMG, the AK felt heavier. for sure, which is kind of odd, but it is what it is. Okay, moving on to the last gun, the Odin. So this actually feels heavy. You hold it kind of like a Negev. It shoots dumb fast. Let's look at this recoil. See how it goes faster? That's insane. And of course, everything's a little more accurate if you're crouched. It doesn't seem like it is a lot though. And when you're in, but it's a crazy gun. So, you also have light shields and heavy shields. 25 extra damage can be taken, and 50 extra damage can be taken. So, buy the shields up. So, now that we're done this, I'm gonna go ahead and name my favorite gun from each category, from feeling them out. So I'm gonna go with the Ghost. I've always liked DSPS and suppressed guns in general. Like in Siege, I always liked Cav's gun because of the big suppressor and just the ability to shoot quickly and put down damage. SMGs, we're gonna go with Spectre. Not as quick as the other one. I can say packs a punch and feels really good. For the shotguns, I'm gonna go with the Bucky, just because of the fact that it's not like the Judge, and I'm not into that kind of thing. In the rifles, I'm gonna go with the Phantom. I like the feeling of it. I don't like how bulky the what's it called? Vandal feels. It feels weirdly bulky, but I mean, that's not necessarily an issue. And I don't think it's going to bug anyone, but that's just how I felt it. I like this a lot, though. Feels very satisfying to use. Next pick would be Guardian, just for those one taps. Now, in the snipers, most people would go for the Operator. But this quick, highly accurate Marshall is where I'm going to go. Okay, not always highly accurate. I'm going to go with that for the Marshall. And then, of course, the Odin, just because it's this monster spraying right out the end, looking like a Nerf gun down the tip. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.